It was the best small car of its era. Hello and welcome, dear skilled modelers, to my small hobby YouTube channel. My name is Tomo, and today we're going to be looking at one of the most iconic cars from Britain. I'm talking, of course, about the Mini. This is a 1/24th scale Mini from FUJIMI. Kind of rhymes, doesn't it? Let's put it up in its place. For those of you who do not know, FUJIMI is a Japanese-based company, and they make all sorts of plastic model kits, but they're well known for making their cars. I have just recently began familiarizing myself with their products, and so far I have not been disappointed. For most of us who think about the Mini, we think about this guy, Mr. Ron Atkinson, that portrayed Mr. Bean. Especially the scene when he was driving on the roof of the car and steering with two ropes and a broom for the accelerator. That was a really funny scene. Anyway, like always, I'll give you a brief history on the car, and then we'll take a look inside the box. The original two-door Mini was a small car produced by the British Motor Company and its successors from 1959 to 2000s. It is considered an icon of the 60s, and its space-saving front-wheel drive layout, which allowed 80% of the area's car floor plan to be used for passenger and luggage, influenced generations of car makers. The vehicle in some ways considered the British equivalent of German Volkswagen Beetle, which enjoyed similar popularity in North America. In 1999, the Mini was voted the second most influential car of the 20th century, just behind Ford Model T. The distinctive two-door car was designed for BMC by Sir Alec Ignatius. It was manufactured at Longbridge and Colney plants in England, the Victoria Park Zetland British Motor Company factory in Sydney, Australia, and later also in Spain, Belgium, Chile, Italy, Portugal, South Africa, Uruguay, Venezuela, and Yugoslavia. The Mini Mark I had three UK updates: the Mark II, the Clubman, and the Mark III. Within this was a series of variants including an estate car, a pickup truck, a van, and the Mini Moke, a Jeep-like buggy. The Mini Cooper and Cooper S were sportier versions that were successful as rally cars, winning the Monte Carlo Rally 4 times from 1964 through 1967. Although in 1966 the Mini was disqualified after finishing along with 6 other British entrants, which include the first 4 cars to finish under the questionable ruling that the cars had used an illegal combination of headlights and spotlights. Initially, Minis were marketed under the Austin and Morris names as the Austin 7 and Morris Mini Minor, until Mini became a marquee in its own right in 1969. The Mini was again marketed under the Austin name in the 1980s. So this is the box itself, and it is like this here and like this on this side. Yeah. And on the back there's nothing. Anyway, let's open this bad boy up. This is going to be a short flyby of what you get inside the box. The kit has 4 sprues, and 2 of them are black sprues, which contain this one, the chassis, and the bottom portion, as well as the dashboard. And you can see that you have 2 types of dashboard, because you can make 2 types of Mini, the early and the late. And of course you have the 2 different types of steering wheel, and yeah, you have foot pedals and handbrake, and you know, there's a little white and the windscreen wipers, all good stuff, and another steering wheel. So the plastic is very well molded, no flashing on this one whatsoever, and again, it's a very thick plastic, very shiny, thick plastic. The second sprue, the second black sprue, has, for the majority, the interior pieces. So you basically construct the cockpit of the car, if you could say it like this. And of course you have some brakes on the bottom, and the license plates holders and seats and all that good Again, shiny, thick plastic, very good, very nicely molded. The detail is there, as you can see on the little seat. If I can just zoom in a little bit. You can see all the little detail on all those little panels. It's very true to form. So this is the clear part for the car. It is not as clear as you would hope it would be. The windscreen is a little bit foggy and you would probably have to just polish it up a little bit, but not a big deal. As far as the detail goes, it's pretty good. I'm satisfied. You have the windscreen wipers here as well. I don't know why you have the clear parts here, but you know, they're there. And also you have this little piece. This little piece is actually a modification that you can do to the car, which is the sunroof. So this is the shell of the car. Like I mentioned earlier, as you can see, you can put a sunroof here because you can cut this portion out and put it in that clear part. So it's really customizable. The only downside to this kit, so far as I can remember, as far as I can say, is that you have this door handles already molded into the plastic, which means that, you know, there is no hole going through the handlebar. It's kind of a bummer, but it's not that big of a deal. The panel lines are shown, they're true to form, and the body feels very sturdy, very thick plastic, very strong. It's really good. It's really nice. In the kit, you are greeted with two types of chrome parts, which to my eye look exactly identical, exactly the same. I do not know why they decided to give you two of these. The only real difference I can see is on the grills here on the top, which this one has a hole and this one doesn't. It has the making of a hole, but there's really no hole in either the front or the back. These two grills, and from my perspective, are basically the same. The bumpers are the same. The side mirrors are the same. The headlights are the same. I do not know why they give you two of them, but you know, hey, more is better, I guess. On this sprue, you do have a little bit of a quality control issue because there is a little bit of a flash going on the bumper, but nothing like a real sharp knife won't fix. And anyway, the coating on this is again very thick, so I would recommend that you strip it down and paint it your own chrome color. In here you also get two types of wheels. So you can see the two types of rims. The wheels are already on, so you know, they're basically just pushed on. But the thread is pretty good. Let me just see. This is the thread. It's a nice thread. You can see it. I think they're Pirellis. These are Pirelli tires. A little bit of a scuff here and there, but you know, again, there's really nothing major to contend. And I think that you do not have to clean those off or, you know, strip down the chrome part or aluminum part of on this particular wheel set, because I mean, it's just wheels. Also in the kit you get polycaps for the wheels, and of course the all important decals. I didn't take them from the bag because, you know, it's just decals and you can see them pretty clearly. They're very shiny, very metally, and you get two types of them. Okay, so let's see the manual. So FUJIMI has basically the same philosophy as Tamiya as regarding the manuals. It's a black and white manual that gets folded out like this, where you have the whole building process laid out in a nice clean swoop. So there we go, guys. That is the kit, and I already have an idea how I want to build it up. Like always, thank you so much for watching. If you have been, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you again soon in the next one. Bye.